What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Reaction and Review. This is where I give my reaction towards the movie and you get to see it, and then near the end I give my review. Just to let you guys know, there's going to be another one this Friday. It's a good surprise. I was watching it, I was eating, and I was like, you know what, no better, why not record this, right? It's like a movie that I love and enjoy. It is superhero related, but it's something you're not going to guess, right? So make sure to leave your comments below. Which superhero movie do you think I'm going to be watching? I'll give you this hint. Has been on a show and he's hilarious. He starred in one superhero movie and then never did it again. There's your hint. But today is a request a lot of people have been asking for. I saw it in the comments. I even did it on Twitter. I said, what movie should I do next? A lot of you guys said Justice League FlashPoint Paradox. It's a movie that's freaking amazing. It's so good. It has gory, has action, has comedy. It's really enjoyable to watch. So if you want to know more about the storyline, there's also been a book of it. The book is also good. Mainly the story is about Flash going back in time to save his mother. While he did that, he messes up the timeline, and there actually is a war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman. While that's happening, other things are happening as well. Batman is really not Batman. You really need to check out the comic book. First, I really recommend you read the comic book, then check out the anime. Just to, you get a feel for difference for both. But you know what? Either way, you enjoy both. So no further ado, let's get into this review and reaction right now. I said it backwards, but just go with it. So we're like 6 minutes into the movie and we're already getting the Flash Rogue and Reverse Flash talking to each other, and it's really good. And it's funny because the Captain Boomerang guy, the voice actor is Manchester Black. The recent review we just did for Superman vs. Elite, so he's gonna be in this movie for a little bit. What I don't get at this point, right, it's like we're 10 minutes in the movie and they're disarming the bombs, right? Everybody's going to like far places. Like Cyborg and Atom didn't even go that high up in the sky. But everybody else went somewhere else different, right? But then you have Batman and Green Lantern going up outer space. Like, what's the purpose of that point? Like, I get it, you just want to get a different angle of everybody else's, but it makes no sense. That's the only part I never got in the movie. And this is what separates, like, Flash with Batman and a lot of villains, because, like, the villain, Professor Zoom got into Flash's head and said, you can't save everybody, not even the ones that matter to you. And that's what got into Flash's skin and made him go back in time. And Batman said to him that, you know, that's what a psychopath do. They get in your head, and you know, it doesn't affect Batman as much because, you know, Joker always does that to him. Bane, everybody, like almost like every Batman villain is always trying to get into Batman's head, but he doesn't let it happen. But as you can tell, Flash is not strong-minded, but he is fast. You're like his own mother called him gay. That's funny. We're 15 minutes in the movie and we're finally get our first look at Batman, and you're probably wondering why is he using guns. You'll find out later on, but when I first heard about this kind of Batman, I was really shocked. I was like shocked, man. I'm like, damn, this Batman uses guns and he will kill you and he has no feelings towards anything. And it's cool because he's facing Yo-Yo, who's another version of Harley Quinn. And it's just really cool to see a different Harley Quinn. You know what's so amazing? Like right now, we just got to see, look at the Shazam kids, right? And if you look really close to Billy Batson, I'm not even kidding. It's the exact same model for the Justice League War. Like the exact same, the way they look, which is crazy. I believe I just saw a Watchmen Easter egg. There was a guy, there was a hobo holding a sign, and it said, "The end is nigh." Just like the Watchmen movie. So we're like 20 minutes into a movie. I wasn't going to do this part, but I have a question for you guys that are watching this. Whatever happened to Alfred in the FlashPoint story? Does anybody know? If you want to tell me, make sure you put spoiler if you do know, or you have a theory. Go ahead and put it. This movie is so graphic. It like really is. This is not for kids. It's not. Not for kids. Unless the kid's a tough ass, then yeah. So we're like 30 minutes into the movie, and if I do recall, there is side comics to this FlashPoint story. And I know Deathstroke had a big part, but in this movie he has like a small little role. Also Lex Luthor, Clayface is also in it, which is really cool. Which is really cool because then you get to see Aqualad, and then this Aqualad looks a lot like the one in Young Justice. Yeah, and a lot of people would wonder why Lex Luthor didn't have like a mech suit in this version. Because he never really needed it. Because why? Because he never met Superman. So that's the reason why he never made one. He made a mech suit just for Superman, and that's how like Lex Luthor became like, you know, the way he is. But since he never met Superman in this universe, he doesn't need it. Flash is about to attempt the most craziest thing, the accident. Like, it's crazy how, you know, the first time it's an accident, the second time you're doing it on purpose, and it doesn't go out the way he planned it. And this part was like the coolest part of the whole movie, one of the coolest parts. You know, the cool part about this movie that they're doing right now that I really enjoyed is that they're showing the flashback of how things are, like, things change because of the whole Flash, but it's really cool how things are happening right now. Like how Superman didn't land on the farm, like how Wonder Woman and Aquaman actually came to alliance, but then they end up falling in love with each other. So there's a lot of things that are changing in this storyline, which when I read the book, I was like, man, this shit's crazy. One thing I never understood is how Aquaman got his scar right here. So if any of you guys can let me know, because I don't remember that part of, like, it never explained how he got his scar right here. What I don't get about this part is, why didn't it work the first time? He never really explained why it never worked the first time. It just didn't work, which is crazy. See, and this part I don't get either. Supposedly Abed Sur, you know, he died on impact, and they said that his last words were "Beware my power," and that his ring took off in mid-air, like it went into space. But it never went for Hal Jordan. Like, why not? Like, that's the point I don't get either. There's a lot of, like, things I don't get because they never really did a side story to it. You just, like, you're supposed to assume, like, okay, yeah. And it's fun because we just got, like, a Suicide Squad reference, which is cool because I didn't even think about that right now. So we're, like, 50 minutes into the movie. A lot of, like, epic shit's going on. Like, they just rescued Superman, but Superman is not Superman. Does that make sense? And then also we're about to see how Jordan do some unthinkable stuff. But overall, this movie is just so interesting. It just keeps you so glued to the screen because a lot of crazy shit's happening, and it's just so good right now. So we're about an hour right now, and we're finally get to see the war between the Atlanteans and the Amazons, and it's just so cool because, like, the Amazons have a lot of, like, mystical creatures, like giant creatures, and just big buff chicks, while the Atlanteans have, like, so much, like, Atlanteans people with them. And it's crazy too, cause, like, they don't call him Captain Marvel or Shazam, but I believe at the time they were gonna call him Captain Marvel, but they had that lawsuit, so they didn't want to call him Shazam, which they should have, but they call him Captain Thunder, which is another But also, Captain Thunder, Shazam, has scars on his face. Why does everybody have scars? Like, is there a story behind scars? Like, did the Joker came out of nowhere and like told him, like, you wanna know how I got these scars? Watching this movie just got me thinking, like, man, when they make the Flash movie, where it's like super high quality and super like with the technology we're gonna have by the time, the Flash movie is gonna be so awesome. That was cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is the part where Professor Zoom throws him in midair and just starts punching him in the stomach while, like, in slow motion. That was really cool. And right here, this is like one of the good parts that, you know, Professor Zoom talks about, like, you know, you did the most selfish thing ever. Like, you know, you saved your mom, but did you save JFK? Did you stop World War I? Did you do any of that? No, you did something selfish. So for this to happen, it's your fault. And in this part, I understand what they were trying to do, but, like, Wonder Woman said, how do you break this, you know, like, your chant, like, from being back to the kids? And they said with Shazam, they hit her with the Shazam, and she just took it like it was nothing and got back up. It was like nothing. That's the only part I didn't like. I'm like, come on, a Shazam bolt should, like, really hurt. So pretty much Aquaman is a sore loser. He just lost a battle. Sore loser. Come on. This part's, like, really emotional just because, like, you know, you see your heroes die, and, like, Aquaman's dead, Cyborg's dead, Drifter, everybody's dead, and it just sucks because, like, in this universe they die, so it's like, it sucks. I know it's not the original heroes, but just the thought of it, I'm like, damn, that'd be crazy if it did. Like, what if they actually did kill off Wonder Woman? It would, like, go crazy, like, over the internet and everything. And that is the movie, ladies and gentlemen. That last part was so good, like where Barry Allen gives the letter that Thomas Wayne gave to, you know, his son Bruce Wayne. It was just, that was like the icing on the cake. But it would have been better if it showed you what it says. I'm not sure if what it says is on the, I think it does says on the comic. I'm not sure. Like, I haven't read the comic in forever, since like probably 2-3 years ago. So I need to catch up on it. I need to find it. It's probably in my bookcase of all the other ones. But overall, this movie was fantastic. It was very entertaining. It had sad moments, but then there wasn't too many. It was just more action packed. I wish there was a little bit more with Professor Zoom, but this is a Flash movie, so it's all about Flash. Either way, it was still a great storytelling, just because it was from the original FlashPoint, and this one was just so good. Like, one of the best animated series. Like, I mean, one of the best anime movies I've ever seen in my life. It's in my top 5. Like, if you've seen my last one, I gave my top 5 in the end. But yeah, if I recommend this, yes, I do. From A to F, I'm gonna give this a straight A. So good. Recommend it. Get it on Blu-ray. Watch it over. Read the book. You know, watching this, I'm literally gonna go to the comic shop tomorrow and go get the Flashpoint stories, just because I'm really interested what other storylines that, you know, I missed, because I didn't read the side stories with Batman or Deathstroke. I think there was another one too, but I just read I got the whole novel when I first got it. I didn't buy comic to issue at that time. But I like this movie also because it sets up for the New 52. You saw it near the end. You saw Batman and Flash wearing the New 52 outfits, so it's really cool. And I hope you guys like this reaction review. I'm gonna keep on doing them until, you know, eventually I feel like if nobody's watching these, then I will stop. But if you guys keep on watching them, then I will keep on doing it. That's all I got for today, guys. What are you guys' thoughts on this movie? Make sure to share this with your friends if you have time. Also, check out these videos when you do have time as well. But that's all I got for today, guys. My name is JaeRoar, and I'm the best at what I do, giving you that 1-2 punch.